All right, hi everyone. My name is Dean. I'm a second-year master's student at ITP. And how about a round of applause to all my amazing cohort, right? Yeah, I think they got people at like rainforests and refugee camps, and it's an honor to share this stage with all of you. I also wanted to get some applause in before telling you that I did not risk life and limb to go to faraway places and advance human rights. I stayed here in New York and wrote a bunch of code. But before you tune out, don't worry, this won't be about code. It will be about the world of digital human rights investigations and about a program I wrote called Visual Investigator. It's a working title, but bear with me. So here you go. So over the summer, I had the pleasure of working with Situ on a joint project of theirs with Witness. Situ is a multidisciplinary visual investigations practice that merges data and design for fact-finding in the fields of human rights, environmental justice, policing, and civil liberties. And Witness have been helping activists document human rights violations around the world for decades, and have recently been researching the social impact of generative AI. So together, they wanted to look for a responsible way to incorporate AI into the type of research that Situ have been doing for years. Now, these investigations often begin with a massive amount of videos and images that researchers have to catalog in order to distill into evidence for journalism or for legal battles in international courts or local courts. Now, this often takes months at the cost of the mental health of researchers because it could get pretty graphic, organizational resources, and the delayed impact of findings as the window for accountability could close. So by using AI to replicate two of Situ's past investigations, I was able to develop a workflow that completes weeks of media analysis in hours. And then I turned that workflow into a collaborative platform that researchers can use without having to know any code themselves. So the screen recordings you'll see are from the current version of the program, which is still in development. And the materials loaded into the program are from a protest crackdown that happened in Sudan during 2019, which Situ investigated. So the first step is using AI models to filter out duplicate media. These can be exact copies or similar versions. Now, I know this might not sound too exciting, but imagine your job included sifting through a folder of 2,748 videos to find 894 of the originals. That takes a while. It actually took them a couple of weeks, and now it can just take an hour, so you detect similar videos, and then you can either mark all the duplicates automatically, or you could review the results yourself and decide which one is the right duplicate and which one you want to keep. Now, once you filter the duplicates, the program can catalog the media files according to the prompts that reflect your research questions. So for example, you could ask for information like a 2-sentence summary of the clip, a list of uniform colors in the video, or give me the GPS coordinates of the location depicted. During testing with Google's Gemini model, the system processed 350 gigabytes of videos in an hour and a half, producing a structured spreadsheet. Now, each column corresponds to a different prompt, and each row contains the generated descriptions of an image or video. So longer videos are automatically divided into clips, each with their own relevant descriptions for the right granular kind of description. So far I've tested the accuracy of the model against Situ's investigation into police misconduct during Black Lives Matter protests, which included thousands of videos from NYPD body cameras. There you go. So the model accurately identified 82% of the video's locations, that's neighborhoods in New York. Many also included street addresses and GPS coordinates correct to a 3-block radius. It also shows strong results at detecting events like baton strikes and translating or transcribing speech in multiple languages like Sudanese Arabic to English. Now, there's also media analysis done with open source models, which can run on private devices. So for example, I used one model to detect all the instances where gunshots were heard in a video from Sudan, and another that trained the model to classify those audio signatures by the type of weapon. So again, it went over around 1,000 videos in no time. And this was meant to answer the question of whether militias use sniper rifles against protesters. So how does the output of a machine learning model compare to the professional opinion of a ballistics expert? These are all some serious questions that we all have to start dealing with, if we haven't already. Now, this isn't about blindly trusting AI. So there's also a collaborative search interface where teams can edit the generated descriptions while watching the videos and mark which content has been reviewed and by who. So this is inside the interface, and you could click inside a video, and then you could move the timestamp. It will show you the descriptions relevant to the time. And then you can edit them, as you'll see over here. So you'll see you could either delete or add text over here, depending on what's actually in the videos. And then, once you click Save, and it will happen in a sec, then it will also say which researcher reviewed that clip. And that's to add accountability and help researchers understand exactly where they are in their research project. Now, teams can also use a custom search engine built on their database, and the results can be filtered according to categories. So right over here, I could choose either a filter, or I could, so choose a filter like visible structures, search for a metal bridge, and there you go, a video of a metal bridge. Now, this can all help researchers do some like geolocation work and stuff like that. Now, in order to get these tools into the, and search can be done by text, as you just saw, or by clicking the Find Similar button. And that basically just shows similar videos and images to the content of the image that you selected. So in order to get these tools into the hands of journalists and human rights investigators as soon as possible, I'm currently applying for grants and working for additional funding. And I think this will save some precious time and resources for digital fact finders. Lastly, I'm already over time, and I won't have a chance to discuss the ethical implications of integrating AI and big tech into these workflows. But these questions should not be taken lightly. I'll just say that this isn't a field where we should strive to take humans out of the loop as in other emerging AI services. That's why the program aims to give researchers a comfortable platform to review, verify, and edit the AI-generated descriptions. Let's remember, some things can't be calculated, and artificial intelligence is not artificial empathy, compassion, or a basic sense of right and wrong. So I'd like to thank Professor Neshia for the seminar, the Gallatin admin team over here that made it possible, my professors at the Interactive Telecommunications Program, and Dan Schiffman, my academic advisor, and other departments at NYU for the knowledge and support, and of course the wonderful staff at Situ. Thank you very much, and Amalia Dickinson.